moments ago. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Redskins. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Able to push his way through. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. So a first-quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Right there around the 35-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. Sack, loss of yards on a running play. Not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Back to throw here. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that run wasn't very successful. They did have a big one on the previous play. So you get the sense that the offense is probing around, trying to find the ones that are going to work. And when they find them, they'll keep coming back to them.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go. Detroit back now. Philly. Here we go.
And he is knocked down from the side. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11.
Over. Leopard. Leopard. Here we go now.
Back to throw. Wagner. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster. Complete. He lost a big chunk. 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down. I hope we don't see another play like that. I'll guarantee you the offensive coordinator, he's looking at his play sheet. He can't find it either.
Yeah, big loss there on the pass completion. Atlanta now coming out on the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Again with Kamara. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Back up.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. look to throw here on first down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it second down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Kamara try the right side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
They'll set up a throw. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Back there, here we go.
They run the counter now on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And now here's a carry heading left. Powers through. Got some room at the 30. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. And that's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second and 5.
Leopard. Check 13. Check 13. Leopard. Over. Here we go. 3-19.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Here we go now. Detroit. Detroit.
From the gun on 3rd down. Wagner, pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tim Williams. with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 45. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Set. 3-19.
On 3rd down, Wagner out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. The Bills out to an early lead against the Patriots. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Let's go. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56. Green 39. Green 39.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Fresh set of downs here.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
Detroit. Detroit. Set. Blue line. Watch it now, Marty.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. if things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
To throw here. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off down near the 5 and to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Across the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's got some space here. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 84 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A very solid gain of 27. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. To throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. It's the Patriots with the early lead over the Bills. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. That'll be taken in the end zone. So we've reached halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Let's get to it. These teams are out and ready to go. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Shifts by him. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Just 1 yard to go here on 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, Wagner. Throw left side complete. That's Manning. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Wagner, a quick hitter, complete. It's Hall. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wagner. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Operating from the gun. Wagner, flush to his right. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go now. 3-19.
In motion left, the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down. Wagner. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, after those plays, the offense coordinator has to feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up, and what does he...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Now they try the right side here. powers through him. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Time running out here on the play clock. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down at the 49. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the 1st. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff looking right. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they give this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. And he motions the wide receiver. Off play action. Wagner. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
The Redskins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. The play clock's running down. And some room to roam now. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Falcons on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. They'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go with Kamara. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down to the 36-yard line here. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now running right through him. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 3rd and 2, Wagner flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
All right, here we go. Boom, Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Wagner. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Redskins, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.